This is a story about the economy of Switzerland. The country is known as the banker of the world, and multiple global industrial corporations keep their headquarters in the country. With a population of only 8.7 million inhabitants, the country is not the largest, but definitely one of the richest. GDP per capita is staggering 88,000 USD per individual, and salaries are among the highest in the world. The average monthly salary in 2022 was 6,712 CHF per month, which translates to roughly 7,600 USD per month. The landlocked country in the heart of Europe, defended by the high-rising mountains of the Alps, has been a fertile and peaceful land for people and businesses to settle down. Switzerland is a land with a diverse population with historical roots around Europe. The country has 4 different languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. German is the largest language, with approximately 63% of the population speaking it as a mother tongue. Thanks to language capabilities and the ability to adapt with people from different cultures, the Swiss have been able to build huge multinational business organizations. For example, the world's largest commodity trading houses, Glencore, Trafigura, and Vitol, hold their headquarters in Switzerland. Swiss banks are probably even wider known. According to the Swiss Bankers Association, banks with headquarters in Switzerland hold 27.5% global market share in wealth management. In total, Swiss banks are responsible to manage assets of approximately 3 trillion USD. How Switzerland was able to become so prosperous. 3 cornerstones have been the main drivers of Switzerland's success: political stability, industrialization, and banking secrecy. Governmental structures of modern Switzerland date back to the Federal Constitution of 1848. The Constitution built a framework for the Swiss to resolve issues peacefully, and the country did not suffer internal disputes like most of Europe did between the 1850s and 1920s. The largest geopolitical win for Switzerland was the ability to stay out of the First and Second World Wars, thanks to its decisive, neutral position. Democratic decision-making and the wide use of referendums allowed Switzerland to develop into a stable nation. The wide use of referendums is unique to Switzerland. The country is known for organizing referendums multiple times each year to make decisions on major political issues. This decision-making procedure is one of the most direct forms of democracy applied anywhere in the world. In 2023, already by August, the country had organized 3 different referendums. Switzerland has a long tradition of divided leadership, and decision-making structures don't allow power to accumulate for one person or small group of people. The country doesn't even have a traditional prime minister. The federal-level political decisions, which are not done by referendum, are prepared by 7 ministers. Cantons, which are members of the Federation of Switzerland, have significant legislative power within their areas. For example, taxation varies from one canton to another. Cantons compete with each other by trying to create an environment that encourages businesses and people to settle within the area of canton. For example, the corporate tax rate is lowest in Zug at 11.8% and highest in Bern at 21.04%. Low tax rates and a stable political environment have been fertile ground for the development of global businesses. After the formation of the federal government, the Swiss decided to build vast railway networks connecting different parts of the country together. Still today, the Swiss railway system is one of the best in the world, and traveling inside the country is usually fastest via railroads. Well-connected country enables businesses to travel and organize deals efficiently around the country. Thanks to the mountainous landscape, the landmass capable to be cultivated is relatively small in Switzerland. As the country was not able to rely on traditional agriculture, it was forced to develop factories, and therefore innovation and highly refined products became the backbone of Switzerland's economy. Highly efficient railroad networks enable imports of raw materials that are refined and then exported to the global market. Today, the largest refined exports from Switzerland are medical products, jewelry, and watches. For example, household brands like Nestle, Rolex, and MSC are headquartered in Switzerland. Geneva and Zurich have become one of the most important economic centers in the world. Geneva focuses more on industry, and Zurich is known as the banking capital of Switzerland. Switzerland has a strong brand as a finance and banking hub of the world. Especially wealth management services represent a huge part of the Swiss finance industry. The country is home to the largest banks in the world, such as UBS, which recently acquired huge competitor Credit Suisse due to the banking turmoil of spring 2023. In addition to mega-sized UBS, there are approximately a total of 230 banks in Switzerland serving individual and business clients locally and internationally. The history of Swiss banking dates back to the early industrialization of the country. The predecessors of UBS and Credit Suisse were originally founded to finance large infrastructure projects such as railway systems and industrial production facilities. The Swiss wealth management industry grew significantly through the 20th century thanks to strict banking secrecy laws. In the early 20th century, Swiss government made it strictly illegal for banks to disclose any client information to external parties, such as foreign police or tax authorities. This policy made Switzerland a global offshore banking center and tax haven thanks to cantonal tax arrangements provided to wealthy individuals and organizations. Secrecy policies made Switzerland a prominent location for illegally possessed money, and Swiss banks have faced money laundering scandals on a regular basis. Especially Russian oligarchs are known to use the Swiss finance system to hide their money. In 2010s, the Swiss tax secrecy has been under international scrutiny, and pressure from Western countries has forced Swiss banks to ease their enforcement of banking secrecy. U.S. Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act in 2010 forced Swiss banks to open their accounts for U.S. authorities. Since FATCA legislation, Swiss banking secrecy has been called dead, but there is evidence that professional lawyers and accountants are still able to find loopholes in the Swiss banking regulation that enables them to hide illegally possessed money in the Swiss financial system. Banking and finance are critical parts of the Swiss economy and contribute annually 9% to the country's GDP. How is life for an individual in Switzerland? On a country level, Switzerland has been able to build one of the most prosperous nations on the planet. Swiss people have benefited significantly from this success. As mentioned in the beginning, the average monthly salary for Swiss employees is 6,700 CHF per month, which is one of the highest in the world. From a wealth perspective, situation for the average Swiss is even better. On average, Swiss adults possess almost 700,000 USD in assets per individual, which is easily the highest in the world. Swiss can gather wealth and earn high income thanks to world-class education and ever-increasing demand for highly skilled employees. 44% of the Swiss adult population have a university or higher vocational degree, and Swiss universities are among the best in the world. High demand for employees is evident from the low unemployment rate of 1.9%. Also, global tech giants are eager to capitalize on Swiss talent. For example, Google's Zurich office is already the largest development center outside of the US for the search engine giant. Work-life balance is relatively good in Switzerland. On average, Swiss people work 42 hours per week, and they have 4 weeks of annual holiday and the ability to take days off for important life events. Healthcare is universal in Switzerland. The system is financed through private health insurance, which is compulsory for everyone. Switzerland's life expectancy is 83 years, which indicates a well-working healthcare system and a healthy lifestyle for the Swiss. In conclusion, Switzerland is an enormously successful country that has been able to gather wealth by operating businesses globally and promoting a business-friendly environment. Direct democracy makes the Swiss system one of the most transparent political decision-making systems in the world. Thanks to high education and large investments by foreign multinationals, the future of Swiss people looks bright. Thank you for watching, and consider liking and subscribing to this channel.